Hello learners and welcome to week 15 of medieval history. This week you will be submitting your final products and they will all be submitted together. So make sure you do them and then you submit them together. Again, our essential questions: how do roles and expectations for behavior represent the values of the society they are part of? And how did the feudal honor codes of Bushido and chivalry represent the values of that time period? Just like we have different values of our time period. Okay, so you will be submitting the last 3 here. So hopefully you already have the first 6 done. So inquiry argument: how did the feudal honor codes of Bushido and chivalry represent the values of their respected societies? And then you will write a paragraph that answers the question. So if you have any problems with that, you can reach out to me. The product research, you went into some research finding the values, the companies. So a lot of this should be done, just filling it in. And then your public service announcement: using the research on products and companies, you created your public service announcement. And some of you did some pretty nice posters, and you're more than welcome to do the video or whatever you wanted to do. Okay, so before Thanksgiving break, week before, which I hope everybody had a nice Thanksgiving break and ate a lot of turkey, mashed potatoes, or whatever your preference is. I love all of those things, including the pumpkin pie, the cranberry sauce, and all that, those good things. So hopefully you had a nice Thanksgiving, whether you worked or not, or if you had a actual job to go to. I know some people work in the mall that I have as students, so I'm sure that was pretty crazy. But whatever you did, I hope it was a nice break. So today we're going to talk about conquering test anxiety. We talked about testing yourself and taking notes and all of that good stuff. But then when the actual test comes, some people kind of shut down because of their anxiety. So many learners feel scared or stressed when they take tests. Today we are going to explore strategies to relax and perform at your best. If this is how you feel before a test, it's not good. You don't want to be sweating, rapid breathing, tummy ache, hard to think clearly, rapid heart rate, trembling. If you do, you may have test anxiety. You're not alone. Almost a quarter of all college students report some level of test anxiety. It's important to try strategies that can help you. Being a little nervous about a test can motivate you to study hard and make sure you are well prepared. But if the nervousness is too high and you feel uncomfortable or really scared, it can make your test performance worse. Research has found that learners with test anxiety from elementary school to college perform worse on tests than they should. Tips to overcome test anxiety. This is using your brain. So how do you think about the test? So before the test, are you having negative thoughts about how well you're going to do, how it's going to impact your life? Am I going to fail this test? This can definitely help you stop remembering what you studied. During the test, do you go blank? Are you forgetting the information you studied because of your anxiety of your nerves? These nerves can block you from remembering information. Again, not good. Or after the test, you're constantly worried about how well you did on the test, and then you're missing out on what's going on around you or what your teacher's saying or your other classes. There's also physical, how your body and emotions feel about the test. You might get an upset stomach or have trouble sleeping. Your heart may race. Your muscles may get very tense. All of these can alter your concentration as well. So top 3 tips to reduce test anxiety. The first one is just to study. Be prepared, make a goal, test yourself like we talked about. Create a practice test, use your flashcards, study with, a friend if you have a friend in the class, or get a parent or guardian to help you study. Ask your teacher if you're not too sure. But don't cram it all in. We talked about this. You should, have your notes, be looking at them, have your flashcards. Don't cram it all into one day. Try to find ways to relax. Anytime I can put a cute little kitten in here, he or she is going in. You can conquer the physical parts of test anxiety by calming your body down. So breathe 5 seconds in, hold it, and then out for 10 seconds. And repeat this. This is good meditation. You might want to exercise, go for walks. People who exercise are able to clear their minds. There's lots of people who do yoga. Just dancing, anything to release some stress. Feed your body, get a good night's sleep, eat healthy. If you're having trouble sleeping, try those breathing techniques. Okay. Also, just changing your mindset. The most important part of test anxiety is your mindset. So sit down and make a list of the things that you're worried about. Do you think you're going to fail because you failed tests in the past? Problem solve. Think about why these thoughts are wrong. Fake confidence. If you feel yourself, if you tell yourself you're going to do well, you studied hard enough, you know the content, you're going to perform better. Even if you don't really believe it, fake it. You can also reach out to a parent, teacher, counselor, and get some help if you're not sure. Change your mindset too. Don't think of stress as a threat or pressure or overwhelming. Think of it as a challenge, an opportunity, manageable, energizing. Focus on possibilities. You got to change your mindset, from the red side to the more positive side. And when should you use it? Anytime you feel pressure that makes it hard to learn. Remember, it makes you feel unwell. Remember, feeling pressure to do well in an assessment is not always a bad thing. Some stress and anxiety will help you be motivated to study, to focus on a test, to really give it your all. This strategy can help you lower stress and improve confidence anytime you feel pressure to take a test. You don't want to remove all the pressure. You want to make it manageable, kind of like the middle there. Okay, test anxiety affecting your brain. During tests, your brain has to do 3 things. You just got to understand the question, remember what you learned, and then come up with an answer. And test anxiety can really get in the way of this. But if you, do practice tests and, use retrieval practice, the more practice your brain has through these steps, the less effort it will take on test day. Even if you're anxious, your brain can do what it needs to do to get to do if you practice enough. And changing your mindset to reduce the negative thoughts. Research has found that having positive thoughts can improve your mood, your memory, and even your test performance. So go in with positive thoughts. How's it affecting your body? When you're scared, our body tries to prepare us for a fight. It releases hormones to make you ready to run or attack your enemy. This is why you might start sweating, have an increased heartbeat, or have tense muscles when you are afraid of a test. Unfortunately, you can't run away from the test, so we need to learn to control it. So if you practice calming your body down using the relaxation techniques described that we talked about, your body realizes that's not a time to fight. You can actually train your body to stop having these physical reactions. So what if you can't lower your test anxiety? Here's 2 different methods. Systematic desensitization. It slowly tries to train your body to no longer experience fear when taking a test. It uses specific relaxation techniques to help reduce stress during tests. And biofeedback, this intervention helps you understand how your body reacts to stress using sensors. Okay, so again, here is the course breakdown of what you're going to be doing, and the medieval history. We're moving through this, and remember to do your focus area, your Google Classroom, and you can look at your PACE chart. I'm also going to include my presentation, and it's going to have links that you can look at in terms of finding out how to deal with test anxiety, and there's going to be some videos in there, so feel free to check that out as well. And if you have any questions, please reach out to me. And if not, you have a wonderful, productive week. And make sure you are finishing this up because we're going to go on to the next unit next week then on Unit 3. Okay? Thanks. Have a great day.